right, it's the Hip Hop Matrix Show. Myself, DJ Academic, Sports Report time. So as we all know, March Madness is in full effect, and it generates millions upon millions upon millions, if not a couple billions in revenue through TV, sponsorships, all types of stuff. It's just all over the place. March Madness, March Madness, March Madness, March Madness. You can't wake up without seeing March Madness. I believe these guys should get paid. I mean, if these schools, it's hard to be broke and play your heart out every day and look at your coach and he's making $6 million a year. I mean,
I remember a player said one time he asked a coach, should he stay or should he go pro? And the coach said to him, okay, well, you have two choices. You can either stay an extra year and make me rich, or you can leave and make yourself rich.
Very, very valid point. Now, another coach that's like that, Calipari, he said, when I recruit, I get these kids ready to go to the NBA. I'm recruiting. I'm the best way to get you to the NBA. One and done. I'm all for. He said he's all for one and done. Hey, go get your money, go do it. 'Cause he's making $6 million a year. He's rich. He is rich.
It seems like, March Madness, as soon as it hit full effect, because it always sneaks up on me. I totally forget that these games be coming on like in the afternoon, like 12 to like 8 p.m. There's games come on late, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, the West Coast ones be on midnight.
Yeah, and these guys are students, and the fact that they're not getting none of that, it's a little upsetting.
They're getting books, a hotel room, and a hot meal.
Yeah, they should get a little something. I get that they're getting the free education, but they should get something, man.
And a little bit of an allowance. I think it's like a $400 a month allowance or something stupid. They need to pay those guys. If they're in March Madness, they need to get at least a good 5 racks, something per player. I mean, something makes me. And if you win a national championship, give me 50 bands. I ain't saying get the guys $1 million. Give them something to make them feel like.
So the savings account for them that they can go into when they're done with college.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope. If they put it in some type of account that when they were, I guess, out of college for 6 months or so, if they didn't graduate, if they just out of college for 6 months, it opens up and that money's available to them. I like that idea. And also NFL free agent frenzy. One of the greats, I mean, I hated him because he was a Dallas Cowboy for most of his career. DeMarcus Ware actually decided to step down and retire, and he retired with the fourth or fifth per game sack average ever. He was right behind like Reggie White and a couple of greats too.
That's quiet. That's a quiet, nice stat to have.
Yeah, he's top
first
5.
Hall of Fame?
Definitely. Definitely first ballot. And we got another one that's considering coming out of retirement, Beast Mode. Beast Mode, he was just replaced with Feast Mode in Seattle. They just signed from the Green Bay Packers, Eddie Lacy. So
yeah, that guy's like 310 or something like that, right?
Well, Pete Carroll said he wanted him big, so he wants him in the 240s. He's like in the 260s now, so you got to drop 20 pounds and he'll be good. He'll get that.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think hasn't he gained like in the past? He's gained like 60 pounds in the past couple months or something like that.
I don't know if he's that big. He's like 267, 270.
Okay, well, he's a fat boy. But my other question is, Marshawn Lynch, he's retired. How can Oakland Raiders be going for him though? I'm trying to understand that. Can you break that down?
Well, he's retired, but as long as he's retired, I mean, Seattle, if he was to ever come back, he has to go to Seattle first because Seattle owns his rights as far as into the NFL, similar to how Barry Sanders was. Barry Sanders actually, after he retired, a lot of people didn't know, wanted to come back. He just didn't want to come back to Detroit. And Detroit told him, if you come back to the NFL, you coming back here. So he just decided never to come back. So they would either have to release or trade him, but the people that are really interested in him is his hometown, actually, the Oakland Raiders. Because they just lost, forgot his name, Murray, but he went to Minnesota.
How long do they hold his rights as he's retired? Like forever?
Forever.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
If you retire under contract, if you ever come back, you got to play out that contract unless they choose to release you or trade you. If he retires as a free agent, he can go wherever he wants. But he retired with a year or 2 years still left on his Seattle Seahawks contract.
Got you.
So as long as he's under contract with Seattle, if he comes back in, that contract starts right from the day he left.
Oh.
So Seattle still owns his rights. All right, but also Jason Pierre-Paul just signed a 4-year deal, 62 M's, $40 million guaranteed.
Woo.
And Super Bowl champion Malcolm Butler, you know that superstar corner that's just basically single-handedly stole the Super Bowl from the Seahawks?
Yes.
Yeah, he's they're in a big-time push trying to get him in New Orleans right now. And draft's coming up soon, so I mean, what you think your boy's gonna do down in the D?
It seems like this draft isn't really that exciting. I just hope whatever we do in Detroit, man, we get ourselves a nice running game. And as always, we get ourselves protection for our quarterback.
You think Adrian Peterson's trying to come to Detroit?
I would love for him to, but I don't think it so because he's been in that division for a long time. So I think he wants out of that division, period.
He just ain't going to Detroit. Ain't gonna do that. He'll stay in the division, but he ain't going there. I did think the perfect spot for him was Seattle, but I guess he just waited it out too long. But I mean, right now it's probably either Oakland or it was another team that was big into him.
What about the Giants? What happened with that situation? He was
teasing
that, right?
Yeah, the Giants was where he wanted to go, but I don't know. They just signed Geno Smith too.
And he's never going to see playing time because when is Eli Manning ever hurt?
Yeah, that's a great thing too. He's been the Brett Favre since he's been there. He don't miss a game. No. He's had busted heads and all that stuff. Geno. Yeah, it's not good for Geno, but Geno ain't starting. He knew that anyway. He's just a security blanket. But that is the sports report. Hit me up on IG, Twitter, all that at DJ Academics.
Shout out to Dwayne Wade. He's going to be wrestling with Gabriel Union for the rest of the year because he's out for a fractured elbow.
Hard way to spend 20 minutes.
Hard.
Death